We start tonight with Governor Ron DeSantis calling all state lawmakers back to Tallahassee after he vetoed their redistricting map.
Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders joins us live now with the governor's direct order. Forrest?
Yeah, what I can tell you is that this once every decade process of redistricting is never really an easy one. Though we saw the state House and Senate maps get through the legislature, get approval largely without major issue, those congressional maps, the topic du jour today, are a different story. Tuesday, DeSantis delivered yet another of his 2022 promises.
I officially vetoed the congressional redistricting map, as I said that I would.
The two map versions drafted and approved by the legislature with bipartisan support getting axed. DeSantis now calling on lawmakers to return on April 19 through the 22nd to redraw them. He alleges the minority-controlled 5th district in each current version is an unconstitutional racial gerrymander.
In their, I guess, understandable zeal to try to comply with what they believed the Florida Constitution was required, they forgot to make sure what they were doing complied with the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution.
In a memo, the governor's counsel went into further detail, writing the district, quote, assigns voters primarily on the basis of race, but is not narrowly tailored.
The governor's got a very thoughtful argument about the U.S. Constitution and whether that creates a conflict.
GOP leadership in both chambers has been subtle in their pushback for weeks. That continued in a joint statement following Tuesday's announcement. Both Speaker and Senate President said they'll, quote, exhaust every effort in the upcoming special session, but noted their maps, quote, were not challenged by a single party and earlier this month were declared valid by the Florida Supreme Court. Other state lawmakers tweeting displeasure with the governor's veto, alleging he's trying to diminish the strength of black voters in the state. And U.S. Rep. Al Lawson, who currently holds the 5th, saying this, quote, in January, DeSantis made it clear that his ultimate objective was to cut the number of African Americans and Hispanic Americans serving in Congress. So today's veto is no surprise. Now, Governor DeSantis also said Tuesday that he was open to lawmakers coming back in that special session and addressing other issues besides those maps. We're talking, of course, about those rising property insurance rates, but he did maintain that the congressional maps are the priority for this special session.
Forrest, the governor also defended his signing of the Parental Rights Act, also known as the Don't Say Gay bill, with some choice words for the largest employer in our state. Tell us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. DeSantis was taking aim at Disney earlier today for their statement on HB 1557, the company coming out and saying that it would make it a goal to either get this new law repealed or potentially struck down in the court system. This was the governor's response to that statement.
I talked to the Speaker of the House yesterday afternoon, and he said Disney never called him while they were putting this through the House. They didn't seem to have a problem with it when it was going through. If this was such an affront, why weren't they speaking up at the outset? And yet they won't. And then for them to say they're going to actively work to repeal substantive protections for parents as a company that is supposedly marketing its services to parents with young children, I think they crossed the line.
So you heard there DeSantis obviously with some strong language for Disney, but he may also have to contend with some legal challenges moving forward. We are expecting groups like Equality Florida, a gay rights group, to file a suit sometime this week. We are still waiting to see that, but those legal challenges are pending and likely coming.
Our Forrest Saunders reporting live for us tonight in Tallahassee. Forrest, thank you.